This one feels different. This one feels different. I think it's gonna be it. I believe that's solid and cracked. Is indeed solid and cracked. What a sad day to be alive. Hello, hello. Episode 7, almost to 10. So this episode is going to go over day 21 to 25. Also, Jemp, Incernium, thank you. I was AFK when you sent your message, so I didn't respond, and I felt really guilty. But I really appreciate it. Also, thank you to everyone else for like, comment, and subscribing. Now let's get to the episode. Alright, let me move the dates. I got a ton of, is it April 28th right now? I'm like lost. Where's my phone? I guess I can look at my computer. It is April 28th. Alright. I got a ton of these cubes for my weekly bosses, so I'm going to cube something. What? I don't know. Probably this. It has 6% dex. So I don't want to, but also if it goes unique, it's gonna get 6%. So let's just go for it. Look at that. Alright, let's keep cubing. Maybe it'll go unique while I'm looking for 6% dex. It didn't. Alright, let's get a little bit of dex back on it. Right? Okay, there we go. 6%. And it's all stat, so it gives me a little bit extra. Alright, that is that then. Alright. I have done my weeklies. I've done them. And I'm gonna level 2 symbols, probably? Also, the date's wrong, I think. I don't remember changing it. Let me check. No, day's right. Never mind. Alright, I'm curious how much range this gives me. Like 20k-ish? Yeah. Pretty good. Almost at 18k stat. Big fan, big fan. Probably gonna stream again today. To try well again. So, we will see. Alright, I just did 2 will practice runs, and I got webbed out both times, so I'm assuming I'm pretty bad at it. Or I don't have enough damage. I actually made it to phase 3 with 7 lives one time, and I think 5 the other time, and both times I got webbed out. So, yeah, probably not enough damage. So, and also patch days tomorrow. So I'm just going to do 1 link today. Just 1. I'm gonna do an Explorer Mage. Just did my pink bean run for the day, and I actually managed to get a black bean mark from normal, surprisingly. So that's nice for, because we do have a 5, 10, 15, and a 30% Star Force coming up. So I will be enhancing this. Nice. Alright, I got lucky on pink bean. Can I get lucky on Gollux as well? Actually, I think I did. I think it's reinforced. It is! Okay, okay. That's kind of hype, actually. Today's my day, I guess. Gonna set this over here. Okay, that's actually really nice. Not superior, but that's fine, because now I can at least have slightly stronger drop gear. Very nice. Here we go. Reinforced earrings. Feels good, man. Star Force it real quick. Get it to 11. That'd be in cringe. There we go. Here we go. Boo Dee Bam Doo. He is the GOAT. Apparently this guy is the same race as Lara, too. Oh, never mind. It was Lynn. Sorry. Wrong L. Bro, it's hot in my room. I turn on the fan. It's cold in my room. I turn on the heater. Now it's hot. So now I gotta turn on the fan again. Apparently this guy is pretty complicated to play. They said he's like an off-brand Kadena. I've heard he's really easy for mobbing, but he's sorta... They said, from what I understand, he's slightly easier than Kadena. But he has the same mechanic as Kadena where you have to keep switching skills. I'm getting a Mexican pizza. Why do I feel like a kid again? I feel like a kid again because I'm excited for a Maplestory patch. How weird. I still find it so funny that they just embed YouTube videos for cutscenes. No cutscenes are in-game rendered. They're all just YouTube videos. She knows the cheat codes, man. What's that? I just walked away and jumped in the water. Did he kill himself? Respect if he did. Gotta respect a man who knows what he wants. Alright, is it gonna let me leave now? No, it's not. Bro, how is it still going at 34? It has to be close to being done. Oh, I think this is the last quest because everyone's saying goodbye to me. Bro, I hate classes like this because I feel like I have to actually bind all of the buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. Restores 3% of max HP and MP every 3 seconds while in combat.
Gives you like 30 crit and 50 base attack too.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Maplestory, Mom.
Mom, I can't pause it. Not pausable.
It's an online game, Mom. That's not how it works.
I remember struggling to explain that to my mom when I was younger.
Yeah, me too.
Doesn't work that way. You can't pause. Oh, third job advancement.
I thought his secondary was a noose.
Alright, another MVP at 51. I gotta make sure I go there. This Dark Lord thing is insane. Literally just one-shots the entire map. You know what? What am I doing, actually? I'm sitting here thinking, like, I gotta go to town to start star forcing things. No, I don't. Do it right in the map.
Yeah.
Just one-shotting everything around me. It's literally impossible to drop a combo with this character. Do EXP buffs work in this snack time area?
No, you can't even use them.
Oh, okay. Oh, it actually just cancels my MVP as well. Bro, I'm stun locked. Okay, I got out. Alright, well, this is where I will call it for this character then. I get on my main and grind. Luckily, I shouldn't have any problems finding a map. Alright. Up this. This. Oops. Didn't realize there was going to be a countdown.
Scoring and moving like I thought it would.
I mean, yeah, what did you expect? You knew I was weak. This is pretty much exactly how I expected it to move. Alright, 1 minute burst. Up. Wait, I don't have Seekers on. I'm gonna have to redo it. Yeah, very. Alright, let's go in. Pop this. Pop this. Guess I should wait to buff, because the first 2 stages are easy to kill.
And what people usually do is they do a mini burst off the bat, and then they pop their full burst at the last like 30 seconds.
I'm gonna ignore that advice and just go for it. Finish this stage, and then I will pop Origin. Oh yeah, this is so much faster. Who would have guessed Origining?
Here's our half damage.
I know! Who would have guessed, man? I can get a reset on terms and conditions this time, though. Kind of sad. I technically could run it until I get a reset, because it actually gives you quite a bit more extra damage. But, don't care that much. AB is so funny. Off burst, you just stand still. But yeah, around 300. Alright, 1 minute burst.
I better be able to max out on that when I do it.
Dang, I might have been right on point at 300.
A little above.
Yeah, a little above. So I got like a quarter of the max score.
Yeah, the 30-yard Dark Lord activation is actually a pretty good EXP too.
That's what I was saying. It was kind of crazy. This gives me
like doubled the money
13%.
I got my first 30 minutes.
Kind of,
Oh, that's
kind of
trash.
Yeah, it's really bad. Alright, I think I have everything accepted, so now I just gotta go train for the next hour and a half. Alright, yeah, so I've gotten 30 of these sports drinks since I started. It's been about 15 minutes. Yeah, so it looks like I'll probably get like 350 to 400 of the sports drink stuff. I won't be too far off of finishing it. Not terrible. Although my kill rate is going to go down a lot once I max out this Night Lord thing. So it turns out that Gatorade quest thing takes forever to max. I think I ended up getting around 450. Lost 4,000 range. And that was all I was able to get for the day. Right now it takes me like 2.5 hours to get all of them. So it is what it is, but it's not fun. A legendary on the first cube, please. A lot of decks. I don't want to re-roll that. I feel like I should go to this one. Yeah, I think I am, because that gave me free and like over 200k. It'll suck, but I'll make the money back eventually anyway, so. Alright. Level up this familiar. We'll see how it goes. Well, if it even tears up. Hoping it will. Of course it didn't. Do I have enough to... No, I don't. Alright. That sucks. Claim these experience node stones and start leveling up 5th job abilities more. I'm gonna get this Mighty Mascot to 20, and then try to get the other ones close to 20. I'll just do 2 and 2. There we go. Alright, let's go over Legion. So, I think the current goal is... I'm going to growth potion these to like 185-ish. And then I'm going to hand level them from there. And then I'm going to do the... You know, I'll just cut to when I'm in it. It'll be easier to explain then. Alright, and then I'm going to do this on my 120-ish characters. 100 to 120-ish range. To get them to... Whatever level this gets them to. Honestly, I don't even know what level this is going to get them to. Let's find out. Alright, so 155 from 120. So that would be perfect. And then I use growth potions from here to get them to 185 or 190. And then I just hand train them from there. Because Twilight Hyperion, I feel, is actually pretty fast for levels. And then once they're 200, I just use the EXP vouchers to get them to 210. So that's going to be my Legion process on this account. And I'll put it up on screen to give you a better idea, a written version of it, so you know exactly how I'm going to do this. Alright, let's see if we can get... Oh man, yawn. See if we can get Dex on this. Or it just randomly tears up. Really just looking for Dex though. Well, we didn't get Dex, that's for sure. Alright, let's try this again. Just Dex. Okay, good enough. The familiar system is so cool. I really enjoy it. It always works, and that's what's great about it. Alright, I've failed this fusion like 4 times. So let's see if now is the time. Not feeling very hopeful. Oh, never mind. I'm feeling super hopeful. That's crazy. Yeah, the thing that sucks about this is it takes me a long time to... This is actually pretty good if I wanted to keep it for Hilla, but I specifically said I did not want to do it on Hilla or Will, because I want to experience the hard fight, so we're just going to reroll that. But it takes me a good hour and a half to 2 hours to farm enough familiar cards to try to upgrade one. So it really sucks that when it failed that many times, but we're here. That's all that matters. Sorry if I'm committing a sin re-rolling this, but it is what it is. IED would be good for me, but it's only 5% more, so I'm not going to keep that. Increases item drop rate. I think you're supposed to roll for greatly increases item drop rate. I'm going to look it up real quick. Alright, consensus seems to be this is not a good line, so we're re-rolling it. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to keep this for now, because I don't have 100% drop rate on bags, so that'll help me when farming. It also says you can get drop rate on a rare and epic card, so maybe I should start revealing these rare and epics just for normal drop rate, because I don't have any drop rate right now. I have 20%. I'm assuming that familiar will give me a guarantee. It says it gives 50%, so it should give me a guaranteed drop on a bag, because it says that maxes out at 67%. So that 50 from that familiar plus the 20 that I already have should guarantee a meso drop bag, so my meso rate should go up. I was making 28 mil every 6 minutes before, so I'll do a quick test and see what I'm at with the familiars out. Okay, so it's actually less. Although my kill rate is worse because, now that I think about it, I did the test during the Dark Lord map clearing thing. So I actually have about 300 less kills than I did during that. Alright, I just did another BA, this time without the familiar cards out, and it is about a 2 or 3 mil difference. I don't remember what my kill rate was. I'll look back in editing and compare them, but it looks like it's a 2 to 3 mil difference over 6 minutes. So that's a 20 to 30 mil difference in an hour. So it does help. 20 to 30 mil isn't a ton, but we take anything we can get here. So I will train with them out. So I spent a crazy amount of time trying to find a map I could kind of lazy farm on, and I couldn't find one. Pretty much everywhere I went, I 3 or 4 shotted. I could one shot with Trinity, but there wasn't really any maps that I could do a full rotation and clear all the mobs with just Trinity. At least that I found. I tested, I think, 5 or 6 maps.
All right.
So
it is day.
We're just stuck
23.
with slow training for now.
And weekly reset just hit, so I got all the money from my bosses coming in. So I think the plan is going to be, there is a sunny Sunday coming up in a month, a 5, 10, 15. There's also a 30% off, but I'm going to ignore the 30% off. I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm going to do the 5, 10, 15, and I'm So I think what my game plan is going to be with the 5, 10, 15 is I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks trying to get strong enough to where I can one-shot in Grandis. Aim to finish all of my Meso gear. As of now, I have 3 Meso obtained rings and 1 drop. Now, one of these will be essentially... One of my Meso or drop is going to be free, because I'm going to replace this with an event ring. Maybe it's not the smartest thing to do, since I've been thinking about... It might not be the smartest thing to do, because I'm going to be replacing one of these with a Meister ring, which I would probably... Meister or Kana. Which I would probably replace... which I would probably cube... Alright, I can't talk. Which I would probably Star Force on 5, 10, 15. And from what I'm reading online, an event ring is essentially as strong as a 17-star ring. But even knowing that, I think I'm just going to do it, because eventually I'm going to need drop gear and damage gear anyways. So the event ring will just be a drop piece. Is essentially my thought process. So even if I do Star Force, a Kana or Meister on 5, 10, 15, it won't matter. So that's my plan right now, is I'm going to get an event ring to fill this slot. That will have drop or Meso on it. I might even get 2 by the end of the event. Who knows? I don't know how many coins you can actually get. I think it's this guy. Yeah. There's also the legendary potential scroll, but I think that's too expensive, to be honest. Especially when I want to buy this stuff. Now, I did want to buy a bunch of node stones this event, but I decided against it because I've been getting a decent amount during training. See where my nodes are at. So these are with +5, but they're getting up there. I also have some filler ones in, so technically not all these are accurate. But they're getting up there. I mean, Trinity is maxed. Technically 5 off. Sorry, I'm dying over here. But yeah, so I'm thinking of skipping node stones. Maybe at the end of the event, if I have just a couple extra coins, I'll buy some node stones. But other than that, I'm not going to. I'm just going to focus on my Legion with all this. Nah, maybe. We'll see. Honestly, I haven't decided. I'm so into... I keep switching every day what I'm trying to do. So we'll see. I do want to buy a bunch of droplets, but I think I'm going to buy droplets from this store, because I'm not going to get a ton of these trophies anyways, because I'm so early in the game. So I'm going to buy out all these droplets with those. The only other thing from this store that I think I might buy, maybe the special medals of honor, only because we have a half off inner ability coming up in 3 weeks, May 18th. So, and I've been informed that the attack speed inner ability is way more important than I assumed it was. So, that will be the plan. Other than that, I'm just going to spend this entire shop, coin-wise, is going to be spent on these. I already bought 9 of them. I did the math. As long as I cap every day, I can buy all of these, and then I'll have like 1,000 left over-ish. And I'll probably spend those on node stones. As you can see, I missed. I only capped to 450 the first day, so I was 50 short. So I'll be 1 day behind on getting each thing, but that's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the event. It's honestly, it's not as amazing as I was expecting, I will say. Let me rephrase that. It's not as big for my main as I was expecting. Although, that is self-inflicted, I will admit. Because at first, I was going to, in all of these shops, I was just going to buy everything that helped my main. But then, I don't know, I decided not to, just because eventually, the main thing is, I really wanted to focus on, like, node stones, symbols, stuff like that. But really, there's no point, technically. Because eventually my main's going to get all that stuff anyways. And I think I can get to one-shotting just cubing all of this stuff to... all of my equips to unique. I think I'm going to get everything to unique. I get my the rest of my abs lab stuff this week as well. So I'll have my cape and my shoulder, which will finish my that effect on my abs lab. Well, not finish it, but obviously get 2 more on it. So that will be really nice for training as well. So that is it. That is pretty much the plan for the event for my main. Now I'm going to go do all my weekly bosses and cube everything. So I will be back after I do that. So my Lotus kill time is down to 4 minutes, which is way faster than last week. Last week it was 16 minutes, so I'm very happy with how much faster that is. Damien was also a lot faster, only taking 6 minutes. So that's very nice for my weekly bosses. The time it takes to do all of them went down a ton. Alright, so I somehow didn't record me redeeming my shoulder and cape, but here's me cubing it and star forcing it. I don't know how I had a 1 second recording, so I'm assuming that's... I might have double hit the stop record and start record, and yeah, there was just no clip of it. But here's me throwing a few cubes at it and star forcing it. My mic was muted this entire time. I cannot believe this. I just recorded a good 5 minutes and my mic was muted. So now I'm going to have to voice this over. Essentially what I was saying the entire time was I really wanted these to go unique. Obviously they did not. Not even 2-line decks. But whatever. I want to cube this for attack. I want to cube this for 2-line attack. I did not get it, obviously. Now, I have a ton of cubes left, but I'm not going to cube it yet. I'm just going to keep training and keep building up money. Because I think this will be good for now. Because it's 2-line decks as well, so it'll still give me a decent amount of stat. I'm going to go and get 1 more. Because I need 2 more Meso pieces to get max Meso. So I think I'm going to get 1 more, and then the event ring's going to be... Oops, sorry. The event ring's going to be my last one. And then I'm going to go through and get everything to 2-line unique. Once I get Meso a drop familiar, and everything to unique. Then I will start saving for the 5, 10, 15. So I have 2 weeks to do that. 2 weeks to get everything to unique. Finish my Meso, which is just essentially one more piece, because the ring will be super easy to do. So I'll probably do this. I have to build this up eventually. So I might save this for 5, 10, 15 though. And this is going to be damage gear anyways, I think. Eventually I'll probably make the aquatic letter eye a drop piece, but I'm really banking on getting a drop familiar, because apparently you can get those from epics as well. So my drop rate will come from that familiar, and that's essentially the plan. Drop rate from familiar, one more piece of Meso gear, and then within the next few days I should have enough for the event ring, and that will be my last Meso piece. So that's it. Now I just got to do it all. Oh, I also just realized I got 100 node stones. This will probably help my damage quite a bit. I really need to get my Celestial Roar stronger. What do boost? I think boost stones max at 1. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna say something stupid. I have all these extra nodes that I eventually want to get rid of, but I'm just putting them in there so I can essentially max out these. Do I have enough for 6 job seekers now is the question. Oh, I don't. What is my seekers at? So confused. Seekers. Oh, maybe I do have it, but it's not lit up because I don't have the rest of the... Yeah, I don't have enough materials. Okay, never mind. Ignore everything I said. So, I think next I'm going to get Seekers. Then I'm going to go back to Soul Janus. I want to get Soul Janus to 10, and then I'll kind of reevaluate at that point. But for right now, goal is Seekers. I'm going for Seekers into Soul Janus. Seekers into Soul Janus level 10. That's it. At some point, I might grab the rest of just level 1 of all these. But that slows me down quite a bit because these are pretty expensive. Maybe I'll just do Mighty Mascot. I'm going to ignore Trinity Fusion. I don't care about Trinity Fusion. Maybe I'll just do these 3, though. We'll see. I'm definitely doing Mighty Mascot. What does Spotlights give you? 11% final damage. Yeah, maybe I'll do these 2. Spotlights, I feel like, doesn't actually do a ton of damage. I think it's more so... It's probably a lie. I'll do a BA later to figure it out. But to me, I feel like these 2 are your big bursts. And Spotlights just gives you a ton of damage through the buff it gives. Alright, I'm going to go level up, first of all. I think through my Monster Parks and everything today, I should level up. And then I'm just going to grind. And I haven't done my Legion character in 3 days. So I think I'm going to get back on leveling a Legion character every day, starting today again. So that is the plan. Woo! My gains are non-existent. Did level up though, but my gains are non-existent. Let's make some gains. I'm stuck. Really, this is better? 60. Guess I'll take it. These flames are not great. I like that one. Okay, well, I mean, that was like 300k worth of gains just from star forcing. So I would say that didn't go poorly. All right, I think it's back to farming now. All right, another day, another Gollux. I really didn't play much yesterday, to be honest. I said I was gonna do some Legion, and I didn't really do any. I pretty much did my dailies, and that was it. But hopefully today, I will do more. That's all solids, I believe. Cracked and cracked, never mind. Even worse. But yeah, I'm gonna work on Legion some more today. I also get my ring, one of my event rings today. So that will be very nice. But other than that, I don't really have much planned for today. It's day 25. Yeah, day 25. So I'm gonna try to get 2 or 3 characters of 200 that I have in the 180s right now. And I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do today, aside from daily event stuff. At the moment, I'm not really worried about getting my Legion higher, because I get coins so slowly that it takes me 3 to 5 days to get enough coins to level up. So I'm working on just getting more characters to 200 right now. So I'm going to do the Wind Archer today, I'm going to do the Lynn today, and I might do the Arc. I haven't really decided yet. But yeah, these 3, by the end of tomorrow, will be 200. And that will give me 8 200s? Yes, 8 200s. And my Mercedes should be 210 by the end of this weekend. Then after that, I will probably get the Shade and Hayato to 200 for the extra crit damage. And then I'm going to have to do Bowmaster. Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to do Marksman, because I need the crit rate. So that will be the plan. These 3 will be next to 200. But yeah, that's all that was happening on day 25. Also, this soccer minigame is so bad. I feel like half the time I do things, they don't register. And then half the time other people do things, they're like a mile away from me, and then they hit me, or the ball goes into the net somehow when it shouldn't have. Very annoying, and it's very time consuming, but it is what it is. All right, here is my, oop, I tabbed out. Here is my first event ring. I haven't really decided. I think I'm gonna buy at least 1. I don't know if I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 though. I'm not gonna buy this. I think it'll be, I think I make enough mesos to where I'm better off using my stamps to get the droplets. If I have some left over, maybe I'll buy one of those, but I definitely want to get the droplets, and I definitely want to get the Legion stuff. And then Actually, yeah, there's no way. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible for me to get these. So, you're gonna ignore those. You get 800 a day, so you can get 10 of these a day. So, I'm not gonna get this. I don't care about this. I want these. I want these. And then, other than that, I probably will get a ton of node stones and maybe some experienced node stones. We'll see. But that's pretty much it. So it'll just be Legion, aside from these event rings. Let's grab one. Now, I don't know if it matters which one you get. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Okay, so apparently it does matter. It looks like technically the Chaos could be the best. I remember that actually. I think it's the one that you re-roll, but it's a chance to be the best. So I'm just gonna ignore that for now. So Awake, what's the ring I have right now? Let me check. Tenebrous. Okay. So this is one of the best ones. So the Awake ring is going to be exactly the same as this. So Abyss Hunter apparently is pretty good for one-shotting because it gives you 20% monster damage. But obviously, that's not great in the long run, probably, because the Abyss Hunter can't gain a potential. Okay, so the whole point of this is I need it for drop gear, so we will not be going, we'll just be going with the best overall one then, which is the Awake. There is no Glorion ring, is there? Okay, so Awake ring is going to be the best for me. Quite the range increase. Alright, then I think this is my lowest stat. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. I'll buy some cubes. I am going to save some money for the 30% off Star Force this weekend. I'm just going to get all of my gear to 15 star. So, it shouldn't be too expensive. I'll probably save like 600 mil-ish. I don't think I'll need too much. Alright, let's see if we can at least get this. Actually, what level is this? This is 120. I might just cube this with the bad cubes first and hope and hope it'll tear up. Because it should be pretty cheap. How much was it? 30? Yeah, 36k. Alright, let's do it. I'll spend like 200 of them. Why not? See if we can get a tier up. I wonder what the tier rate on this is. Oh wow, it actually tiered up. Okay. Look at that. Save me some money. Save me some money. Alright. Only downside is it kind of has to go to Legendary before it'll really do something big for me. But that's okay. Technically slightly better, I guess. A weird potential. Oh, it actually tiered up. Has a pretty good potential too. This is slightly better. I mean, that's a lot of range at least. That put me over 400? Sure does. Right. So I'll do my 2 hours that I normally do today and cube it after that. So I will be back to cube it after my daily 2-hour grind. Alright, never mind. I forgot I had my Maplestory income coming in. So I can buy more cubes right away. You love to see it. Wow. Okay. 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 You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. Now, in these 4 cubes, give me Meso or a drop. Preferably Meso, though. That's crazy. I could use these. I'm not going to. I'm going to buy 10 more of these. That's insane. Very happy with that. Meso obtained. Has strength, so it's not completely ideal, but I will take it, especially for now. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 Meso items. I just need 1 more. So I'll probably... I mean, there's no point in cubing this if I don't have to, essentially what I'm trying to, try to say. I'll probably cube these. You know what? Just do it now. Wow. I am just so lucky today. 18% dex. Obviously, it's going to suck to re-roll. But Meso is more important. I don't think it's going to make the... here, let me just run over here real quick. Just out of curiosity. I want to see how much damage this does. Yeah. 3/4. Not going to make the difference at all. Even my Trinity doesn't one-shot. Although this isn't with buffs. Probably with all my buffs on, Trinity probably does one-shot. But Meso is more important. So we're going to cube it. I did not expect to finish all of my Meso gear this quickly, to be honest with you. I'm gonna throw this cube at it just because. Oh, that hurts. We can buy more cubes. We're going to buy more cubes. Maybe I should keep this till after my weekly bosses, because I still have to kill my weekly, well, Lucid. I have to kill Lucid this week still. So, yeah, maybe I will keep it. Yeah, we'll keep this for now. Because it'll help me kill my weeklies, like I said, so. Okay, that is the plan. I will probably attempt Will again. What's my stat at right now? 19, 410. Oh, this isn't my bossing page, but that's fine. I'm going to be way stronger. Like, let's, out of curiosity, too. With my... What's my good Mechanator? I need to... Did I throw it away? Oh, no. I threw away my good Mechanator. When I flamed and everything, I threw it away. I should have locked it. That's what I get. Oh wait, maybe. Oh wait, I might be dumb. Here it is. What's my stat at? Almost 20k. Even not. I don't even have like my rest of the changes on either. I might be above 20k. So yeah, maybe we can do Will before reset. I'll probably try him this weekend, because I can't play much during the week. So yeah, I'll probably try him this weekend. And maybe I'll be... Oh, yeah. And maybe I'll even be over 20k stat by that point. So that is the plan. That is kind of crazy. I didn't expect to get everything finished that quickly. Alright, I've also decided it is time I learn professions. So I'm going to start this auto harvester thing. Also, my Threads of Fate is finally... My Threads of Fate is finally done. Oh, so like, you get it for... I already defeated all my daily bosses, so... Guess I can't get that. But Threads of Fate, I assume, is going to be my main source of it anyways. So... I'll work on all these, maxing all these as time goes on. And then also I can start crafting WAPs once I get the correct... Oh, you can craft WAPs at level 1. I didn't realize that. So yeah, I'll start crafting WAPs once my... once I can get the correct thing from Threads of Fate. Hopefully within the next few days I can start crafting WAPs. You know, now that I think about it, I have not seen a vein... like the big veins since I started playing. I'm assuming they removed them? But then how are you supposed to level up professions now? Gonna have to do some Googling. Fairy Sage. Where have I gotten this stuff from? I don't even know. Where did this drop from? Apparently I have like a lot of it. I know that Juniper Berry. This is what you need for WAPs. Oh no, I think you need the seed oil for WAPs. Either way. I don't know where I'm getting this stuff from. But apparently I have it. I don't remember which one I had to craft. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna Google some stuff. I am very confused. Looks like they just have designated maps now for mining and harvesting. Looks like you gather the materials here, and then you level up outside. I guess they simplified it. Honestly, I kind of don't like... I kind of liked... I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I kind of liked running around with the legendary ore veins. It was a nice thing to do when you had nothing better to do. Although I know that's unpopular. Some days I would hate doing it. I guess they also have the auto harvest now too, so seems like you have a couple options now, which is nice. Well, I'm gonna just mine this for a little bit to level them up, and then that's it. All right, I've finally got enough to unlock my other mastery. Seekers. Apparently I was supposed to... I was looking it up. Apparently I was supposed to get this first. Apparently it is better than this. At level 1, that is. I do kind of want to see how it looks like real quick. I'm trying to remember how to get back to my normal. Here we go. Do they look any different? Oh, they're purple instead of pink. They don't really look any cooler, but more damage. It'll be nice for bossing. Alright, I'm doing this without my boss links, so we'll see how bad it is. Turns out it's actually very easy. Who needs links? What? Wait, really? Third kill? That's insane. Nice. All right. This is my Mercedes to 210. There we go, and then these go back in storage for the next character. Which I think is going to be Lynn, because I need the crit rate. I think Lynn and then maybe Arc? Let me check real quick, actually. Who is this? Oh, Explorer Warriors. Oh. Oh. I was going to say, wait, Explorers have separate link skills, and I remembered. Of course they do. I just think I've never leveled up an Explorer Warrior. Interesting. But yeah, I think it'll be... I think the crit rate's my most important thing right now. Ideally, I wouldn't have to use this. Which I don't think I will. I think what I'll have to do is... get the extra 3% from this. If I get the extra 3% from this, I'll be 5% short. Well, no, that's not true, because my emblem has 12% crit rate on it. So I probably will have to use Phantom Link, at least temporarily. So, but for now, I'm not doing anything with my emblem anyway. So get this to 3%, which will give me, I will be 5 short, and then I will get the rest of it from Legion pieces. And that's how I'll do it. Alright, I'm off to level my Wind Archer, the last 8 levels. I've made the executive decision to wait for an MVP, because the Dark Lord thing gives so much more extra experience if you have, the more EXP sources you have. So, we'll see how long I have to wait. That's one thing I will say about Hyperion that kind of sucks. When I played before, it felt like there was just constant MVPs. Then Hyperion kind of feels, especially because I usually play later at night, I probably get maybe 2 or 3 a night. Sometimes it's a lot, but yeah, it kind of sucks not having constant MVPs. There is no way I'm spending the money to get some. I have never been MVP silver in my life, and I don't plan on doing it now. So I'll give it 30 minutes, and if I don't get one by then, I'll just do it. Look at that, patience pays off, and it's 4 in a row. Channel 5. I imagine this won't take very long. We'll see though. We will see. I don't have Monster Park pots. It kind of sucks. I'll be fine though. I got a 3x. And the EXP rate's at whatever that's called. I forgot. Or Hyperion. Future Hyperion. Are pretty good. Imagine this will take me probably about half an hour. Yeah, like look at that experience. That was like 8% when that activated. Pretty insane. Plus the extra probably 5% from killing the VLC logos afterwards. I'm kind of shocked that I can't one shot on my AV yet. Although honestly, my kill rate, the max kill rate on the map I'm at, it's like 16.8, and I think I'm getting like 13 right now. I'm not, my rates they're good enough to train at this point, but I'm also, once I level up, actually, never mind, I'm already out of the extra EXP range from being within 1 level. So, if I technically want to be efficient, I need to move to the next map, and I know for sure my rates are going to go down quite a bit because my damage is not very high. So, game plan right now is get everything to 15 during the 30% this weekend. I imagine that will be pretty cheap. And then I'm also going to try to kill Will this weekend. And then next week is half off Honor. I'm going to buy a ton of Medal of Honor from the event shop and try to get my +1 attack speed. And then all the extra honor I have, I'm going to roll for item drop on my Meso page. I thought this class had a summon or something. Imagining that? Guess I was. But yeah, the week after the honor thing, I don't remember what it is, but the week after that is 5, 10, 15. So I plan on finishing my Meso gear next, well, I just need one more piece. So I plan on getting my last piece next week. And then everything after that, I'm just going to save for 5, 10, 15. I want to get everything I have to 17. And maybe try to get my CRA further, depending on how much money I have. But 17 for everything first. Then after that, I think after that I should be strong enough to fight normal, Will, and Lucid. That's going to be such a huge damage increase. This is going so fast. Crazy. In 7 minutes, and I've gotten, I think it's at 60%. Gotten like 120%. Now it is going to slow down a lot after my 3x expires, but I'm thinking I can finish this or get very close to finishing this before the 3x expires. Getting a bunch of characters to 200 is also going to help my damage a ton, because I'll be able to fill out a lot more slots on the Legion board. Especially if I get characters that actually give me good stats. My biggest worry right now is just getting 100% crit rate back. Which, if it comes down to it, I'll just back... I think 1 point in the event buff thing is 5%. So technically that alone, with the Lynn or Phantom, I technically just could just get the Phantom to 120, and that would be it too. I figure the Lynn just makes sense to get to 210 because it gives a good link and the Legion block is IED, so it's a win-win. And it gets boss damage, so boss damage, crit rate, and IED. You literally get everything you want from that. Someone else just started an MVP train. Now is not the time, man. That'll be nice for my Lynn, though. I think during this event, the game plan is, I think I'll be able to get probably, I want to say 4 characters to 210. And I want to get, I don't know, I really haven't set a goal for 200s. I would say I want 12 to 15 level 200s by the end of this event. Right now I'm at 5. About to be 6. So I pretty much want to double my level 200s this event. And we have like about a month and a half to do it, so that should be fairly easy, honestly. That might be kind of underselling it, to be honest. We will see, though. Although, honestly, I have not played really at all the last... since the event started. So it's been 3 or 4 days? 4 days? I want to say, yeah, 4 days. Since the event started, and I pretty much haven't played at all. The main problem is, I try to play 2 to 3 hours every day, but man, that... Oh my, I just remembered, actually. I should go activate it, yeah. I just remembered I don't have this on. Turn this on real quick. Yeah, this. Maxing this has been taking up all my playtime. Because I've been trying to max it on my... Sucks that I didn't activate it. Wasted 11 minutes of it. That's okay. I'm doing at least one more character tonight, so... I don't know what character I'm going to do tonight. I'm thinking... It's either Arc or Lynn. I don't know which one yet. The only problem with Lynn is... My Lynn is super weak. Although my Arc's also going to be... I don't know. Arc is strength, I think, actually. So Arc's going to be stronger. But honestly, neither of them should be super, super weak because they're going to have full links. But yeah, what I was saying was, pretty much all my time has been spent doing that, and I've been wanting to do it on my main. I feel like it just made more sense to do it on my main. Obviously, I want EXP, I want fragments. I want the Urda energy, so it just made sense to do it on my main. But now that I have Seekers, I probably could do it on another character, and it wouldn't hurt too bad. I don't want to level up too fast, which I feel like I kind of am. I do find it funny that I've been talking about how I've been leveling too fast, and then I'm continuing to grind to my main constantly. I need the money, though, honestly. It's the main reason. I think I'm at 4.2k Legion now, though. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to make it to 4.5 before I even can upgrade my Legion board to the next one. 5k is the next big jump. So I kind of want to get to 5k as soon as possible, but not really a point if I can't upgrade. That's another reason why I really need to, I feel, get characters to 200. Then I can really, I can fill out all their slots a lot better. Because once they get once they get 5th job, Magnus is pretty easy, especially when you have links in Legion. So I can get shoulder pieces and everything. Because as far as I'm aware, your Legion strength is based on your star force. So I just need to get a bunch of stars on all of them. Obviously that's easier to do when you can clear mag and all that. Normally I would just get someone to carry me through all that, but obviously this is solo progression. So I have to get all my characters to be able to solo mag themselves. Although I could just settle for the this. Like only a 5-star difference. Not a huge deal though. And then the rings, I can get the profession rings that are really easy to craft. I think there's Silent Crusade rings too. I don't know how easy they are to get. I'll have to check though. But yeah. So I'm going to get every character to 200, and I'm going to fill out all their slots for as much Legion strength as possible. Okay, I'm definitely not hitting 200 on this 3x as well. I overestimated it a little bit. I think I'll get to 197. Honestly, I might not end up doing another character, or I'm gonna end up doing another character, but I don't know if I'm gonna get them to 200. I might just get them to 190-ish, then finish it tomorrow. I also really need to finish my mages before this weekend as well. Get 3 mages to 120. I really need the IED. Plus it gives me a permanent debuff, so I don't have to keep using my finale ribbon to apply a debuff for the Thief Link. Is it Thief Link or Kadena? I don't remember now. One of them requires the enemy to be debuffed. But yeah, I have to keep using my finale ribbon when I don't think it's a DPS up. I'm pretty sure it's a DPS down. I have to stop and cast it. Definitely DPS up in parties because you give them the extra damage, but the damage doesn't apply to you. Alright, I'll get, yeah, one more level from this. Honestly, I didn't think this level was gonna, or these 8 levels were going to take, or 9 levels, sorry. These 9 levels were going to take long. I thought within 1-3x, with an MVP, they'd be done. Honestly, maybe if I had the longer runes from all my links. Longer runes, 20% extra EXP for Mercedes. Probably could have gotten at least to 197 in this 3x. I don't want to buy another 3x, so I might just have to go with just a... I can take the... Actually, I can claim the 2Xs. I wouldn't mind using a 2X. I want to save the 3Xs for my main. Whenever possible. I imagine this class is probably insane to level if you can get those little things that fly out to do a good amount of damage. Even if they like 2 or 3 shot even. I feel like you could clear the entire map so easily. Mine are probably 9 shotting, and it still feels pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to just barely hit 196. There is a maintenance tomorrow, too. So hopefully it doesn't get extended. Supposed to end at 2 p.m. Kind of works out perfectly for me. They can extend it to like 4, actually. That would essentially make no difference to me. But I'm thinking what I might do is just get this to 199, get the 60% from Haven, and then just leave my computer on overnight, get it to 200. I think that's my current plan. I left my computer on overnight last night, and it actually got a level. Went from 190 to 191 from being left on. So that saved me probably 10, 12 minutes. Oh, maybe not that much. Probably like 8. Either way, save me some time. I'm going to employ the same strategy. Yeah, so just barely. Hitting 196. Not gonna lie, I am falling asleep though right now. Probably should put some music on or something. Tomorrow's Friday though. I'll actually be able to make some good gains this weekend, hopefully. I said that last weekend as well, and I didn't really make any gains. That's not necessarily true, actually. I grinded an entire level, so... Grinded an entire level, and in that grind got enough to get my Trinity evolution and 2 levels of Soul Janus. In just a weekend of grinding. So, I would say that was pretty decent gains. The only problem is the Janus gains didn't really make a huge difference yet. Once I get stronger, though, it will be a huge difference. Alright, so this is going to be my game plan. I'm going to finish this level, and then I'm going to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch maps. Only because this is a better map for the full map attack. I thought there was a better map with these mobs. I'll have to look. I thought there was a map that was really flat. Maybe that's the ones that are Star Force only, though. This one has a much easier layout. I thought this was going to be a lot faster to cap this. So... I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use growth potions to finish this off. I'm going to finish this level. Then at most I'll have to use 3 growth potions. I can't grind like this for every single character. So I think the 180s to about 195 aren't bad, honestly. So I think I'll do those by hand, and that will save me quite a few growth potions. And if I just did growth potions all the way. Once you get to 180, you really only expect 1 or 2 levels, and then 190 is really only 1 level. So I'll probably save 5 to 7 potions doing it by hand until 195. Originally I was going to do all of them from 180 to 200, but seeing how slow this is, I don't think I will. It just sucks that I want to save all the 3Xs for my main, because if I use all the 3Xs on these, it probably wouldn't be that bad, honestly. I'm already guaranteed capping on 2 characters right now. I can't add 1 or 2 more every day, honestly. This is a bit much. Man, I never get the snow one. Snow one is so good. Hurricane skills are so satisfying to use. Alright. About 5 more activations of the Dark Lord thing. I will level up. I remember when you used to have to coin cap on all characters. It's kind of nice that it appears they changed the events to where there's not coin shops that are for every character. I remember I used to cap on like 7 characters so that I could buy everything from the shops. Although I will say it was kind of nice having the option to do that. So if you really wanted to go hard during the event, you could. Now you don't really get a choice. Because man, if I could, that one shop with the growth potions, the Medal of Honors, the Node Stones, and the ring vouchers, if I could, I would be grinding on all the characters possible to get everything from that. That would be such a huge boost to my entire account. I need the Node Stones. The thing that sucks about Node Stones is they feel bad to get from the shop because technically, if I'm going to be grinding on my main, I'm going to get Node Stones. It's a guarantee. So getting them feels really bad. Dang, I said 5 more activations. We're on, I think, 1 or 2. I was very wrong about that. But yeah, if I want to be... I wouldn't say efficient, but it just feels bad getting Node Stones because I'm going to get enough from training eventually. And I have other places to make gains, so I don't really need them. They would be the easiest gains for sure. But I'd rather just get stuff that'll help my Legion. Or even stuff that will save me some time, like symbols. And event rings, and things like that. Just general strength rather than something that I'm going to get eventually regardless, so yeah. Node Stones are going to be pretty much a last resort to get. Although I do think I would get them over symbols, which may be wrong, but I feel like every event we get so many symbols that I'm not really worried about it. I say every event. I've been playing for 2 events, but both events gave you quite a bit of free symbols. Although the last one gave quite a bit of Node Stones as well, so I guess you can make an argument for both. But I do feel like the acquisition rate for symbols is much faster. So that is my argument for not getting Node Stones until the very end. And I will just bonk the rest of the way. Problem is, I don't think I have enough for all the bonk potions right now. Check though. Probably be 1 short, and I'll have to, yeah. Unless these can give me 2, which I don't think they can. A 10% chance. Yep. So, yikes. I'll just do what I was talking about earlier. I'll do Haven. And I am super tired now. Doing that and put me to sleep. So I'll do Haven to get 60%. That'll put me at 65. And then I will AFK in the event area for the last 40% overnight. Then hopefully by the time the servers go down. Oops. Hopefully by the time the servers go down, I'll be, I don't know, leveled up or around 80-90%. So that is the plan. All right, this is the end of this. Level 200. Now I just have to get this to, I wonder if I should. Probably should. I'll do the 5th job real quick, but next will be Arc. Next, I'm going to get an Arc to 200, and then eventually get it to 210 sometime during this event. Then I don't know what'll be next. Maybe a Bowmaster, I'm thinking. I think before I do the Bowmaster, though, I think I'm going to finish my 3 mages to 120 for the extra IED. So that will probably be maybe later today I'll do one, but I might just do all 3 tomorrow. This was really easy to train. Big fan. Alright, there we go. 5th job. Just in case I ever want to play the class next time. I'll already have it done. Alright, well, that is it for this. I'm gonna head back to my main and do my dailies. I just threw a single cube at this that I got from doing my daily bosses and it teared up. Just wanted to make note of that. Alright, someone mentioned that you can use a pink bean summon here. And it will just straight up kill all of these. And it seems to be working. Game changer. Whoever's told me this, I don't remember. Game changer. Alright, now I can switch back to my other weapon. No Kano's treasure. Superior. Nope. Alright. Level 5. This is gonna hurt my wallet though. There we go though. 200 dex though. Not bad. Rest in peace. That money though. But we're moving up in the symbol game. I'm still looking to hit. Realistically, I'm thinking about it. I'd like to. Oh, wrong one. I'd like to hit 265. About here. Not next week, but the week after. Which I think I will get. I think 8% a day from my dailies. So if I were to hit 265, let's say I would like to do it before next, not the next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after reset. So what would that be? Let me look at my calendar real quick. Okay, so it'll be 14 days times 8, like 112. I'd essentially get a whole level from dailies. So I probably need to grind, I would say a minimum. I probably need to grind a minimum of 10 to 12 hours to make sure I hit 265. Although I think one of these Sunny Sundays are, let me check that now too. I think one of these Sunny Sundays coming up are extra Monster Park. Oh, actually, the Sunday tomorrow is Monster Park. Oops, didn't mean to use that. So what I might do is, my Monster Park right now gives me 1%, 1.1 actually to be exact, 1.1% per run, and my extreme I think gives me 4%. So it's gonna be a 250% event. So what? That'll be 10% from extreme, and then like 16% from normal. So I'll probably get 26% from Monster Park. So I think what the plan might be is I might do an extended grind session. I don't want to do it now. What I want to do is I want to wait until I get a WAP. Start getting WAPs in general. And I'm not getting very lucky with this. I'm on day 3 of resetting their asks. And I haven't gotten gather herbs or chop wood yet. So I would like to wait to grind until I get that. Just because obviously it'll make it a lot more efficient. So I think I just continue with Legion until then. So I think the plan is keep leveling these two until this hits until this hits 210. And then after that, I will do the arc. And then after that, get this to 120, make a nice lightning, and make a fire poison. And after that, I think it's just the... probably Shade next. Shade the 200. Hayato the 200. I don't think either of those have a level 3 link. I'll double check that though, but I keep putting that down. But yeah, that's essentially the plan. So tonight, one second. So I think I'm gonna do another 30 to an hour on my AV. Gotta get to an even 50. And after that, it's just dailies. I mean, not dailies. It's just Legion. I'm gonna try to finish that priest tonight and do one more mage. And I think that's all I'll do tonight. And then tomorrow, I will do the last mage, and I'll finish. I think I'm gonna manually grind this guy. I think till 220, because that will give me a ton of the EXP vouchers. I think it'll give me 7,500 of them, which I just spent 1,200 on the Lynn, and it brought it to 203. 7,500 of them, I should be able to get, I think, 2 characters to 210 that are 200. So I will get the Arc, and I don't even know what would be another 210 I would want. Who else has a, probably Demon Avenger or Demon Slayer? Probably Demon Avenger, because I really need general damage right now to be able to one-shot. Yeah, Demon Avenger to 210. And after that, I'll do Demon Slayer. Yeah, so that's it. There we go, I went 1 level higher. So I am gonna Star Force like all the gear real quick though, for the extra Legion power. Because I actually see now I did redo my Legion board. That's not what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I redid it now that I have a bunch of level 200 characters, but now I have the issue of I have too many pieces that are too big. So I guess now I branch in the substat. Let me check real quick when the board expands. Oh, so the board does expand at 4,000. So once I get 450 coins, the board will expand. So a couple more 200s wouldn't be bad. It'll be 2 more days until I get enough coins. So 2 more days till I get enough coins. I should have, if I'm doing my math correctly, 2 more level 200s by then. Because the Arc I'm going to do tonight. Arc I'm going to do tonight. And the... well, actually, it depends on how lucky I get on growth pots, to be honest. Yeah, it depends how lucky I get on growth pots. So probably just 1. And then I'll do Shader or Hayato next. After the Arc. Oh, that is the plan. I'm off to do another mage. I'm probably going to stream a bunch of my... I think I'm going to stream a ton of my Legion today. Kind of because I haven't streamed in a while. I feel like it wouldn't. Nice having people to talk to during the grinding session too, rather than just sitting here listening to music. I need to get to a town and sell the stuff. Cape in there that I didn't want to sell, but I was too lazy to buy it back. Right, off to the new character. This next part was all streamed on YouTube. I'm just going to take the highlights of the stream because I could not get the chat working, so it's hard to discern what's happening without the context. So this will just be the highlights from that stream. If you would like to see the stream, it's in the live tab on my YouTube channel. Oh, a voice crack. Mages feel so bad to play with a controller. I'm going to have to switch back to keyboard. It just feels weird. Teleporting doesn't feel right. Do my normal mage setup. Gotta lean forward into the gamer stance now. How sad. That's gonna be so good. I'm gonna get so many levels from this. It's gonna clear the map for me constantly. Yeah. It's literally gonna be a level every single time. Oh yeah, you're right. Then you're at 65 int. Blast Rune of Destruction. This is actually crazy. Oh, it's gone. So the plan today is I'm going to grind on my main for a while. I want to get a ton of money. Well, not a ton. I don't make a ton of money, so... But I want to make, I think, 1.5 to 2 bill for the 30% off tomorrow. Because I'm going to get everything to 15, and I might go for 17 on just my primary equips. We do have a 5, 10, 15 coming up, so I don't want to waste too much money. But I think I want to get all my CRA pieces and maybe my weapon. The 16 or 17. And then I'll do the rest during 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's where I got my NX from, was the community market. The one upside to... I never do serious outfits in this game. I pretty much always just do joke outfits for my main. So my main on Chronos when I played way back in like 2019 was an elephant suit. So essentially what I did with my main this time is I just put her in a pink elephant suit instead of a blue one. And that's it. That's easy peasy. Never touching the NX again. I've never really been big into fashion story, to be honest, so that's my saving grace. I can barely match my clothes in real life. I can't be expected to match clothes in my children's pixel game. I'm honestly surprised there isn't more Maplestory long-form content. I've realized that since I've come back. A lot of it is just like short 20-minute videos or tier lists. There's a lot of tier lists. I am very excited for Maplestory Classic. The one thing I did realize, though, is, I mean, it depends on what they're, because they did say they're going to make some quality of life changes. I don't know. I thought about it, and I was like, how do I make a series out of old school Maplestory? Because honestly, old school Maplestory, I mean, I guess people do that now. It's just grinding. Grinding and party quests. I will say that's one thing new Maplestory has over old school is... At least in current day Maplestory, you always kind of have a boss to look forward to. Whereas in old school Maplestory, you would play for a good, I don't know, probably 80 or 90 hours, maybe even more before you even went against like your first major boss. Maybe you go against like Mush Mom early on, but that's not really a boss. Yeah, old school Maplestory. It was the social aspect was what was really nice about it. And honestly, we're going to see if that will be there. Because it could just die on release. People might play it for a couple weeks. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I used to, when I played before in old school Maplestory, I would farm Mano. Because I was obsessed with the little shell that would turn you into a snail. I don't know why kid me thought that was like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, that's the one thing I realized too about progression series. There's a lot of carries, and then the other thing I realized is, I don't know, there's no progression series that... I don't know how to word this without sounding... I don't want to sound like I'm the next freaking... I'm the next Albert Einstein. I was going to say, there's no progression series where I feel like the person doing the progression series is very like, I don't want to say dull, but they just essentially, they're like, hey, I Star Force this. Hey, I trained. It doesn't feel like there's a personal touch to it, I guess I should say. Which is kind of why I decided to include all the yapping. I think it adds a nice little touch to it. It's like a mini podcast. I need to go on my other character and transfer over some 3Xs real quick. And some Monster Park pots. Yeah, I was talking to a friend who has pretty much played nonstop the last like 5 years, and he pretty much said the same thing. He said if he ever had to redo his Legion, he would quit. The one advantage I will say is having taken like 5 years off from the game, Legion didn't feel as bad for me because it kind of felt new again, especially because I realized so many classes got reworked since I played last. Kind of crazy. So it was kind of like a new experience for me. Obviously the leveling got easier too. I will say that. Give me 2 of these. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I watched Kobe's, even when I wasn't playing the game, I watched Kobe's progression series, and I really enjoyed it. And I commented this to someone else before, but I really wanted to see like a progression series from someone who wasn't super experienced in the game, because I think it'd be interesting to like seeing their point of view of how things work. It would be very different from, I feel, a lot of content nowadays, where I feel like all the big content creators are people who know the game in and out. And I will say it's been fun, especially it's nice that people are nice enough to give me pointers too. I've been surprised at the amount of people that were willing to give me pointers. Kobe is pretty much the peak of knowledge when it comes to this game. That's pretty much is what inspired me to make this series. It'd be fun re-experiencing the game. I will say though, I would still like to see a progression series from someone who has almost 0 experience in the game. I still think that would be really interesting. I'm 1 level too early to come here. Yeah, watching him do bosses first try, min clear like it's nothing, is insane. And then I attempt that same boss and it takes me like 5 tries. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you gotta be born with the yapping gene. When I'm recording these, it's insane how much yapping I do, and I don't even realize. Like, sometimes when I'm editing it, I'm going back and watching it like, what? I'm like confused about what I'm talking about. I bring up the most random topics. And it surprises me. I don't shut up. Yeah, I do have Discord. Actually, I was thinking about making a Discord. I didn't want to... The reason I didn't want to make one is because there's probably only a couple of people that are going to join. But I have realized Maplestory buddy system sucks. Because sometimes I'll have like 3 or 4 people talking to me or talking to their other friends, and you can't distinguish if they're talking to you or someone else. So I've been thinking about making a Discord so that I can answer people's questions and talk to people easier. Because Maplestory's buddy system is trash. Oh, yeah. That's what honestly, I was wondering how long it was going to take me to go from 0 to Black Mage. I've been progressing a lot faster than I thought I would be. Especially because recently I haven't been able to play much. Yesterday my SSD died, which was great. So I spent the entire day troubleshooting my computer. That was fun. Luckily I got it fixed, but I had to reset all of my settings. I will say, honestly, maybe this is, like I said, this could just be because I haven't played in 5 years, but restarting on Hyperion has been some of the most fun I've ever had in Maplestory. It's also nice because it just feels like there's such a sense of progression. I'm loving the event so far. It's been great for my Legion, although admittedly I have not been able to play it much. IRL stuff has been keeping me busy, unfortunately. To get pet food. My boy's starving to death. But this weekend I plan to do a lot. And next week in general. I plan to do a lot because I want to get a ton of Meso for 5, 10, 15. I also really want to get my main to 265 within probably the end of next week is the plan. See, I was pretty good at Demon. I was also a Demon at Maple Soccer until they changed it to where other people could play the game. And then I got significantly worse once they were able to fight back. But until then, I was very good. When they could do nothing about me walking the ball into the goal, they did not stand a chance. Here we go. Now the levels are going to get really fast. Just 3 levels instantly. Third large drop fam? Oh my. I'll worry about Commercy when it's a much stronger gain for me. Or one of the only gains I can make. Yeah, you're right. I should put skill points in. Arcane is technically. Never mind. That's go. Man, this is so good. Just 2 levels right off the bat. Almost a third. There's the third. Once I get to 118-ish or 119, I'll do, I think I had a lot of skill points to put in. Here we go, 120. Do this, and then we are done with this character. That's 2 IED links for my main. I really should finish the last mage before I will, but I'm not going to. Alright, finally, I can rest my gamer stance and lean back in my chair. And I didn't even get a controller rune. Blast. I hate those things. My game plan with this guy is you get like 20,000 EXP coupons from leveling him. I'm just going to level him manually and use all of his EXP coupons on mules from 200 to 210. So that is the game plan with this guy. I try to do 2 levels every day on him. Although that's probably going to change once the levels start taking longer. I'll probably start doing 1 a day. But if I did my math correctly, I'm pretty sure I can just do dailies on him every day. And that will pretty much get him to 250 by the end of the event. Really, I don't have to do anything manually. I'm just in a rush. Get the EXP coupons. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Just dailies every day to 250, and then I might turn it into a Lomian mule just because it's gonna have pretty much getting the 250. At least will make it strong enough for CRA. So I don't know if I would put a little bit of work in to get it to Lomian. We'll see, but I'm definitely gonna kill CRA on it. That'll be an extra like 800 mil each week. That'll be nice. The other day I grinded 6 hours with my arms like that, and I felt fine, honestly. Maybe grinding 6 hours every day I'd feel kind of weird, but I think it's just I've been doing it since I was a kid, so my arms have just gotten used to the fact that they're crossed like that. The comments though were so funny. I still go back and read them. You guys should give it a try, honestly. I'm about to post that clip on the Maplestory subreddit. I want to see people's reactions to, I honestly didn't think it was going to be, I didn't think I was going to get the reactions that I got, honestly. I was like, it's weird, but like, it's not that weird. And then I showed it to my friend, who I've known since, elementary school. And he was roasting me. Honestly, I don't even feel like I need help. I love playing with my arms crossed. Like I said, I haven't felt any fatigue with it, so honestly, it's not hurting me. I'll keep doing it until it becomes inconvenient. I mean, it is a little inconvenient with the mouse, I will admit. Having to take my hand off my abilities to use the mouse. But, like, how often do you really have to use your mouse in combat? Not often. Oops, I just punched my mic. Oh, is it left or right on top? It is right hand on top. So right hand going to the left is on top. And left hand is under it. I had to, like, I couldn't even remember when you said it. I was like, what is it? It's so muscle memory that I had to think about. I had to actually perform. It's like when you know your password and you type it in, but if someone asked you your password, you wouldn't know what it is. This is essentially how I felt right there. Yeah, it is. That and the little VLC logo Dark Lord thing are so good. I'm gonna start convincing people to play crosshand. I'm gonna get my own cult going. People who play Maplestory crosshand. I feel like I gotta know if there's at least one other person in the world that does it. I was talking to a friend, and he's like, I think you might be the only person who does that. And I'm like, really? There's gotta be at least one other person out there. There's none, you're broken. Like, what are the odds I'm the only person on the entire planet that plays with their arms crossed? There's gotta be one other one. There's gotta be. I'm gonna go on a journey searching for them. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get this to 209. I'm gonna not do my normal 2 levels. And I'm just gonna grind on my main. Because I need Meso really badly. And then at resets, I will do Lucid, Will, and Slime. Which EXP is this? Oh, that's my level. Okay. So that is it for this character for the day. Now we spend the rest of the day on the main. Oh, don't even get me started on High Mountain. I hate that content so much. That was my first experience with High Mountain, and I will say it was probably one of the worst experiences I've had with Maplestory. Honestly, okay, it's going to be an unpopular opinion. I loved Dak Jump Quest. All of my friends from school would have me get on their accounts and do the jump quests for them because I enjoyed it so much. I had one friend who was doing the Zach jump quest, and he was stuck on the final stage of it, and he literally snapped his PSP in half. Like, took it and snapped it at the middle in half. Yeah, honestly, Zach jump quest and the Kerning subway one. I enjoyed both of those a lot. I'm sure my 9-year-old self got frustrated at first, but I think after I did it so many times, it was kind of like, whatever. And I did do it a lot because literally all I did in old Maplestory was I would get characters. I'd level characters up and then abandon them. And I would just repeat that cycle. I barely focused on my main. I guess my old self was ahead of his time. I was training Legion before Legion was a thing. I'm 27. I'm an old man. I'm ancient. We're both relics of ancient times. It's weird because honestly, until I hit 25, I was like, I'm young. And then the moment I hit 25, I'm like, man, I'm ancient. Oh, so we're all ancient here. Look at that. I feel like that's normal for me. I feel like Maplestory has to be one of the only games where the average age is probably like late 20s. Especially for like MMOs. I mean, maybe like RuneScape would be similar. Yeah, I don't have kids though. I will say that would definitely put a wrench in the Maplestory plans. How do you even manage to? Where do you even find time to play with kids? I actually, my biggest purchase when I was a kid was I used all of my Christmas money to buy a 27 attack work glove. A brown work glove. Oh wait, and my friend bought the snowshoes. And I remember we would trade them to each other whenever we were grinding mules. So they would have a work glove and a snowshoe. I'm curious how much faster my Lucid clear is going to be this week, though, now that I have boosted Seekers. It pretty much doubled the damage of them. Honestly, there's no guarantee I clear either. I'm so bad at that fight, I've realized. Although I have done 4 practice runs so far, and I've made it to phase 3 all 3 times. Or all 4 times, sorry. And I made it to phase 3 during my one actual run, so I can make it to phase 3 pretty consistently. I just can't clear phase 3. I get webbed out because I'm so inefficient at clearing webs. Yeah, my problem is I just can't focus on clearing webs and doing damage. I always forget to do one or the other. If I just focus on clearing webs, I don't do damage. But you have to do damage to even get the moonlight to clear webs. So yeah, it's the whole mess. I'm bad at multitasking. Yeah, I'm still waiting to one shot, but I got a little burnt out on leveling mules. Luckily, I essentially just took a week off, so my burnout has gone down a lot. But that also caused me to not really make any progress the last week. I still was doing my 2 hours on my AB though, so I managed to level up 3 times. Yeah, unfortunately, right after the 5, 10, 15, I won't be playing for 4 to 5 days. I'm going up, I say up north as if you guys also live in Michigan. But I'm going up north in Michigan to go camping with some friends, so that'll probably be there'll be a little bit of a gap between that episode and the next one. So I imagine I'll have 2 more episodes out by then, and then the 3rd episode after that will be probably 8 or 9 days if I had to guess. Maybe I'll just record a ton of yapping though, so I can put something out. My one friend from elementary school, he's the only one who plays this game. I think he's like 278. He plays on Chronos. He's my encyclopedia for game knowledge a lot of the time. I try not to bother him too much though. I feel like I also ask him the same like 4 questions over and over and over again, because this game is an overload, honestly. It is just information overload where I feel like I ask him, I used that a little early, so it's probably not going to kill the second wave. Yeah, honestly, I think I got also lucky in the fact that I got him to play when we were younger. So I kind of, I did the convincing early, because I feel like trying to convince one of my friends to play nowadays would be impossible. Like, yeah, it's this game. It's a 2D side scroller. You spend 50 hours grinding for a chance at like getting an equip stronger. Yeah, you have to level 46 different characters. It'll take you like 400 hours. Like, it is a hard sell. It's a hard sell. Apparently, I said I didn't have streamer luck last week. Apparently, I do have streamer luck. I feel so bad for having streamer luck, though, because half the time I don't even realize I'm getting lucky. Like, I watch all these other people who get lucky and they're freaking out, and then I get lucky and I'm like, I don't know if this is something I'm supposed to be happy about. Like, when I got my 30% boss fam, I'm like, This is probably good, I guess. Hey, Better G-Babe here. So this is the start of the 60% off Star Force event because there was a bug. And in the interest of saving time, just letting you know, I Star Forced everything. I got everything to 15 stars, except my CRA, which I got to 16 stars. Instead of you guys watching a 45-minute compilation of me Star Forcing. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, so I definitely did not have enough money for this, but we got the 6 mil CP. I'm going to grind tonight, too, to get the rest of these to 15. I think it's time we try the bosses. I think I'm going to try Will first. Oh, man. I'm kind of stressed. I'm a little stressed right now. All right, honestly, I'm probably going to be virtually silent during this boss fight. Nice gold pot. Yeah, you know what, man? I do it every time. I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. I don't know why I do it. Okay, make sure you turn on Seekers. All right, let's get started. I did not mean to swap. I got like 6 equips to 3 to 16. I don't have a burst for this. It's probably gonna take me 2 rotations for this. That's okay. I got 3 equips to 16 and I think 3 or 4 to 15. But I'm also gonna grind tonight to try to get the rest of them to 15. Oh no, oh no. Alright, now I gotta wait for test. Oh wait, does he do test automatically when he gets the HP? I didn't realize that. Can I get a white ball, please? Thank you. Probably shouldn't 1 minute burst here. But it's going to take me 2 cycles anyways, so... Oh no! Man, I didn't think I was in range of that fighter eye. That sucks. It's a dumb way to die. Alright, I have my origin burst up. Gonna do this. Oh no. Oh, I didn't think I was in range for that. Oh, I jumped into the web. That was stupid. I shouldn't have flash jumped. Alright. I kind of don't want to burst him. I should. The test takes so long that there's no reason not to. Alright. Okay, got a burst here. Did I do my burst in the wrong combo? Yes. Did I do it because I wanted an iframe? Yes. Oh. I bind him here. Oh, I need to heal. Oh, I'm throwing this run. Okay, burst is up here. I'm gonna burst here. I'm gonna bind as well. Wait, what? Thought he was bound. Happening. I really should wait on my DAS. Yeah, this isn't... I'm not gonna clear it here. Alright, I'm gonna wait out my death real quick. Yeah. With Ori, I think I should be good. As long as I don't mess up my burst. Alright, here we go. Full bursting. Crap. He sealed me. Okay, I just gotta respawn and go for it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, 3%. Well, it's definitely doable. If I had one more life, if I didn't misplay that one life in first stage, technically I would have cleared it. That's really disappointing. I think it's clearable, but yeah, that was not it. Not it. Alright, well, let's just go kill Lucid real quick. I don't even have enough for... I'm sure there's a lot of you cringing at my will performance there. It's definitely clearable. It's 100% a skill diff. I have more than enough damage. I'm just playing it so unbelievably poorly for some reason. I missed iframe a bunch of times there. And my last burst there, I forgot one of my skills. That probably would have done it on its own because I would have spawned way more orbs. But it's definitely doable. It's just I'm not playing well, to be honest. Lucid run, though, was a lot faster. Only 2 deaths this time. I think I had like 7 last time. So, doing very well on Lucid. It's just well. I'm tanking it. Nice. Well, easy Lucid feels a lot easier. I still suck at will. I might try again tomorrow when I can fame someone again. We'll see what happens. A little sad about the will fight. 3.1% HP. If I just played it slightly better, I would have cleared it, but that's okay. We'll try again tomorrow. So apparently this event was super bugged. Someone in my chat mentioned that the star forcing was extra off, and I was like, I acknowledged it, and I was like, yeah. I didn't really understand what they meant, but yeah, it's literally double off. Also, I did my Monster Park and I realized I think that's also doubled. So I think everything, all the percentages are doubled for this event. So we will see if we get a rollback. I did level up in my Monster Park because I wasn't expecting the amount of EXP I got. So I did miss the level up. But yeah, that's essentially it. I am gonna grind tonight for I think 4 hours or so. Hopefully we don't get a rollback. I plan on grinding tonight for some Meso. I'm gonna start saving up for 5, 10, 15. I have a sinking suspicion they're gonna roll back though, but I think it would be crazy to roll back now because it's almost 3 hours past reset at this point. I did get all of my equips to 15 star though. Now I am 2-shotting here. Not 1-shotting yet, which is unfortunate, but we'll get there eventually. But I think I'm going to go for 25% tonight. That'll be my goal. And then I'm going to try to do 10% a day. That way next weekend I will be 265. So that will be my goal tonight. I don't think I'm going to Star Force anything else. I think I'm just going to save it for 5, 10, 15. I probably should because it is 60% off, but I don't know. I feel like I actually would still save more money trying to get things to 17 and 5, 10, 15 just because that first star is guaranteed. So not gonna touch it. So that is the plan for tonight. All right, I've come to the conclusion that I don't need more damage to kill Will. I just need to play better. So we're gonna try it again. And this time we're just gonna play better. It's that simple. All right, I just wasted my origin, but we're gonna go in anyways. I need to go in with the guild buffs. I'll just 2-cycle first phase. Okay, let's go to this side. Alright, I have Origin, but I think I would rather not use it here. I want to just get out of phase 2 as fast as possible. Alright, next time I get Mighty Mascot, I should be good to get out of this phase. Gotta get him after he teleports. Alright, next time he teleports, right here. There we go. So now my burst will be up for next phase. Alright, and then I'm gonna burst as soon as I get in the next phase. And then bind right after. I can 1 minute burst right out of this. And hopefully kill him before my big burst is up, because I want to get into phase 3 as soon as possible. So if I can save my big burst, that would be fantastic. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to get out of the corner. Bad. Oh, first death. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so now I should be able to go into next phase and burst immediately. As soon as I get poisoned, that is. And that should really help me. Oh, that's bad. I don't want to die here, so I'm just gonna... It's not ideal, but it'll be pretty much up in a minute anyways. I didn't want to lose a life if I didn't have to. Alright, as soon as I get poisoned, I burst. Okay, I burst here. Webs over here. For some reason that didn't clear. I don't know why that didn't clear. That was bad. I don't know why my thing didn't clear there. Alright, we full burst here. Oh my. This is just embarrassing. Clear these. Okay, 1 minute burst is coming up. 1 minute burst here. Gonna bind. Oh, he gave me poison too. Gotta clear webs. Clear the big web. Clear that one. Sorry, I keep saying clearing webs. I need to remind myself to clear webs. Okay, we burst here. I can't move. Okay. 5. Clear webs. Need to focus on the right side. Alright, go clear. Oh, that's not good. That might be a death. I'm gonna iframe here. I'm binding here. Gonna try to DPS him. I die. I tabbed out. Not good. Okay, we're in iframe here. We should have it. I got Mighty Mask out when he comes out. Nice. Oh man. Ah, that was so stressful. This boss has been the bane of my existence. That was my 5th attempt. I did so much better on webs that time, I will say. That webs has been killing me, and I realized that the last 4 times I've fought this boss. So I really just kept in my mind, keep clearing webs. I had enough damage. It's just I would kept getting webbed out. So that feels really good to finally be able to do that. Because I knew I had the damage. I feel like I had more than enough damage. I didn't even see what time was left when I cleared it, but I imagine I had probably 8 or 9 minutes left still. That feels good, though. I'm glad I finally got it. And that was pretty much the last boss I considered early game. I think now I'm heading into the mid game. And the next bosses will be the normal versions of those two. And Gloom. So that is the end of essentially the first chapter of this challenge, so. Or the series, I guess I should say. Took a while. I'm sure it was very cringy to watch too from people who actually are good at this boss, but I learned. And I got an MVP. Alright. Well, I will just also make this the outro to the video. So these are my current equips. I actually made big gains today. No gains in the ring category actually today, but did get the Dami to 15. Got this to 15. Got this to 15. Got this to 6. Oh no, this was already 16 from the 5, 10, 15 in the like second week I started playing. I got this to 15. Pretty much everything. Honestly, everything's 15 except for this. I got this to 16 and this to 16. And then this was already 16. So really the main thing that changed with all these equips was just getting them all to 15. But it was a skill issue. I was right. It was a skill issue. I'm glad I overcame the skill issue. So this is my Legion. 4378. Main stat is at 2796. So yeah, I think that's way over what I probably needed to kill this boss. But I'm just bad at the boss, honestly. And then there's my CP. Other than that, thank you guys for watching as usual. Thank you to everyone who's been coming out to the streams. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who comments, likes, subscribes, the usual. All right, thank you. Have a good one.